Man, you look at the sky. All the stars, man. The stars are beautiful tonight.
So welcome to Belvedere. Andy Young here with my two guests, PL and Miro. Made this show to be all about Montreal because I felt that we were missing a medium for us to discuss Montreal culture, but I'm talking about really urban culture because we can't talk about Marie-Pierre Morin every day, but who's out here talking about Miro that's actually a creative director, PL and his fucking jokes all the time. So Andy Young, you've seen me around. I've done the Mural Festival. I've done also some blogs back in the day, so you know me a little bit. I've been doing this for a while. So PL, want to share some words about yourself?
About myself, I talk shit a lot. If you guys want to follow me on my social medias, Science32R. Don't have me on Facebook. Facebook is just for family, and yeah, that's it.
Really is. Really is.
Everybody's well behaved on Facebook.
Yo,
Miro, go ahead.
Miro La Flaga, creative director, content strategist. Follow me on all my social media account. This guy is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
One of the top 5 people I follow on Twitter. No lie.
Yeah,
I follow like over like 1,000 people. Every time I see this guy, my timeline is like, oh shit, this guy saw some bad jokes.
But actually, that just brings me one question. When do you sleep? I wake up at 8, you there. I go to bed at 12, you there. It's lunchtime, you're there.
I don't know. En plus, je dors quand même assez souvent. I don't know, man. I don't know.
The
really.
thoughts are just flowing.
Yeah.
Like I'm like that too.
Oh, shit, man. Because I feel like this guy all the time. Like, oh, all right. Anyway, so today's episode, we're going to focus on hip-hop culture in Montreal. So my first question is, who do you listen to? Like, who is on your playlist when it comes to Montreal artists?
Wow. Recently, Tizo.
Tizo, okay. Where's he from?
I don't know really. Je pense que c'était un gars de Saint-Michel.
Okay.
He just put out Tu sais volume 1.
Okay.
And it's on repeat.
It's on repeat?
Really on repeat. C'est un rappeur français. Là.
Okay.
Et s'il y avait un show à Annecy, there's a show, comment ça, les Jeudis des Stars.
Okay.
And he just fucking snapped.
Stand it good, no?
Whoa.
Oh yeah, okay. I saw the video of that. That looks so
fucking lit, bro. Tout le crowd. Il chantait avec lui puis tout là, genre yo, c'était ouais, c'est lui que j'écoute récemment.
It looked like a mosh pit. Like it was pretty dope.
Okay. And you?
It's a variety, man. Like I listen to like Nate, Spang, Roger, Cash Wavy Boys for sure, Anima. Like anyone who makes dope music, I listen to them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, yeah, man.
All right. Well,
It's a variety.
I feel like I should answer too. Naturally, one of my boys is Wasiu, so I listen to him.
Yeah, Wasu's dope too.
Yeah, very dope. I listen to a lot of LLA. Loud Larry Just.
Okay.
Now with Loud just taking it alone a lot, even Larry also.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like a lot for the music. Like I do believe like Loud right now is like on tour in Europe, really like popping it. Roger I listened to, Anima, listened to his new project that he dropped, so that was dope. And you know, there's all the producer high class that are good. Kate Renata also killing it. So Planet Giza, very dope too. So that's the city's just been pushing music, and I think that streaming has influenced a lot of our accessibility.
100%, bro. Like I want to just like add on to that point because you just mentioned Kaytranada. Let me just ask y'all a question. Do you feel that Kaytranada is the biggest artist that we have from Montreal?
Biggest. Actually,
Biggest? Yes. I would say yes.
I would say yes.
I say yes too,
yes.
man.
But I want to add to that question is, how are we measuring a Montreal's artist's success? Because, like High Class collaborated with Future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kaytranada did songs with like Sid. You got support with Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys. That was a dope beat also.
Yeah.
So where do we measure success when it comes to a Montreal artist?
I don't know if you want to know.
You can answer that.
Like for me personally, the reason why I even mentioned that is because like I was in LA like a couple weeks ago and I hear his music out there, and like and like people out there know Kaytranada, so like some people are like, yo, where you from? You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm from Montreal, and they're like, yo, I only heard of Montreal. What's Montreal? You know what I mean? Like, yo, Kaytranada's from Montreal. They're like, nah, Kaytranada's not from Montreal, man. What you talking about? He's not from Montreal. What? You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, like, like it's pretty dope that like being outside of Montreal, like people know Kaytranada, and I heard his music on the radio. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, and I see it like I don't know. I saw like some news, like a blog. They were talking about like, oh, he's doing a project with Pharrell or something like that or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. Like to me, like I feel like he was in Vogue too. Vogue, like that's big, bro. Like I don't know any other Montreal artist that did that. So like, I just want to put it out there. Like I feel like it's kind of weird that like, probably because he's more on the production side, but I feel like, why doesn't the media like talk about him? Why does not the media here vouch for him like they say the same way they vouch for someone like Loud or something like that? You know what I mean? That's where the disconnect for me is too. And like, I don't know. It's questions that I ask because I want to know the answers myself. So it's
Well, I do work with media and whatever. So on that point, the artist needs somebody that's pushing them, as in a PR agent, marketing and whatnot. And I work in PR, so naturally I've done story placement in newspaper. And one of the important things is to actually be calling these newspapers and be like, yo, I have this artist, he's dropping this. And then talk about the credentials, like why is this a story? And that's gonna help. And I don't know at which extent a lot of these Montreal artists are doing that.
okay.
And you know how fucking media is biased, so like media, they like never talk about Migos with their new album unless one of the articles that I saw one time is like when they drop Culture 2 and the fact that it would reach number one, there was a guy in Montreal who was like, how is this number one when they're like super misogynistic and all that shit. And that's how they went into talking about the Migos. Like,
okay.
So maybe some artists here are like too hard, or they feel like they're too gangster and they don't want to promote that, and it's always gonna link back to the negative.
Yeah.
Like look at what they're doing to Enema. Like the Journal de Montréal, that's all I see. Like, oh, his case and shit like that. I'm like, yo, you guys aren't even talking about the music. You guys just talking about like the negative aspect of him. You know what I mean? So like, I understand what you're trying to say.
C'est un proxénète rappeur.
Exact.
I mean, so I see that a lot when it comes to music festivals. Like pour les Franco, c'est là qu'ils vont parler un peu des rappeurs québécois. Puis après, encore une fois, ça va être habituellement c'est les mêmes personnes, mais comme j'ai pas de problème, mais à la Claire, tout le monde connaît à la Claire, puis ils ont des placements dans les médias assez facilement, tu vois. Mais d'un autre côté, un Roger,
rien. Même s'il rappe en français.
Yeah, that's just crazy. That's just crazy.
Comme White en français aussi, comme White B, il est fucking bon, mais on va pas en parler. Cause ça tombe pas dans leur
Démographique.
C'est ça.
So you're trying to say c'est plutôt comme sujet, like the subject that you're talking
Ouais, mais
about.
comme, il ressemble pas à qu'est-ce qu'il voudrait que Montréalais ressemble.
Okay, I get it. I
S'il
get
grappe
it.
pas de la guitare, puis...
I get it. Because even Roger's video, I assume he's just full of like black dudes in his video in the background. You feel me? And like I don't know, like his content, like his stuff what he's saying is relatable. Well, to me, like I could relate to that. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh shit, okay.
You
I get
can,
it.
but they can't.
Yeah.
Exactly. I get you.
Je pense qu'il y a un certain niveau de peur. C'est comme, est-ce que je parle d'un artiste qui, d'une certaine façon, touche l'international, mais il n'est pas assez positif.
Mm-hmm.
Fait que là, c'est, am I promoting violence at that point? I
got
think
it.
sometimes that they're thinking.
Too conservative.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. I think it's too conservative.
But at the same time, when you look at a US artist, they all talk about their drug dealing, and basically they are making music to make it out of the hood.
Yeah.
Right? Like 2 Chainz, after a while he stopped dealing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Even though like he used to like live in a trap. But now like he's out of it. So giving an artist a chance and talking about them, isn't that giving a chance for them to actually make it out also of the hood?
But also the business aspect plays a lot of key. You know, like in the US, like it's a common knowledge that like, yo, we could maximize profit on this type of subject.
Yeah.
Here, I don't know what's the mentality towards that. Like it's not really like, I don't know, it's not really, it doesn't really have that, I don't feel like Montreal really have that capitalist mentality.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Compared to like places in the States, is like really like, if I can make $1 out of something, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Over here, it's not really. It's really about our morals and values, and you know, I feel like that's the.
And here we're more like humble. Like, on n'est pas ça trop show off.
Yeah.
C'est vraiment humble. Okay. Si y a un gars qui se promène, comme le gars, I don't know his name, Vintage Spring.
Yeah.
Il se promène en BM en or, genre.
Yeah.
Mais les gens n'aiment pas ça. Parce que c'est trop flashy, genre.
Trop flashy.
C'est trop flashy.
But if you're in Toronto now, that's a different
story.
That's it.
Montreal is just like a market because
Yeah.
basically we speak French, we speak English, and then part of what we do links to the French side, part of what we do links to the English side. That's why also the artists that we have here are so different. Comme Roger, succès en France, right? Mais après, tu pourrais prendre un gars qui fait juste du rap en anglais, succès ici, US.
C'est pas la même chose.
Yeah. Puis c'est pas la même chose, puis ce qui me fait penser que ici, si tu veux genre percer le marché du Québec, je pense que c'est ceux qui font du rap en franglais qui ont particulièrement un succès.
Comme Dead Obies.
Yeah.
Dead Obies, à la claire ensemble aussi un peu.
Yeah.
I think I agree with that, but I also agree that like the artists who do, like, for example, if I'm an English artist and I have some sort of success in the US or outside of the city, more or less, I think a responsibility, I shouldn't say a responsibility, but I think that probably aid more is to be like, to claim Montreal, to really claim Montreal and really put it out there in people's face. You know what I'm saying? I think there's some of that plays into key. You know, like that whole like, yo, you know, putting Montreal on, like, I hate to say put it on the map, but like if you have some sort of success out of Montreal, it's to really put it out there. Like, yo, I'm from Montreal. I'm doing this for Montreal, blah blah blah. You know, I feel like that plays a.
That's how you get success.
Yeah.
Tu dois take over the city first.
Yeah.
You cannot just jump to another country and expect people to fuck with you.
Yeah, but you know, it's crazy because I'm pretty like being working behind the scenes and stuff like that. I met like producers and stuff like that from Montreal who have success in other parts of the city, but outside of, like, in Japan, for example, like they sell beats to people in Japan who are making like touring and doing these crazy stuff in Japan, but we never heard of them. You know what I mean? Like I remember back in the days, I met this guy, and he was making beats for the Migos. You know what I'm saying? Like and this was probably like 4 years ago. He had a placement on one of their mixtapes or something like that, like 2 of his songs. I feel like there's a lot of low key people around in the city that most people don't know about, but who's handling their business like outside of the city. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
So, what do you think could make Montreal shine? With all that said, do we need more collaboration between these artists? Do we need like cosigns, as in like one like I'm gonna give an example. K Tronada, and he takes somebody under his wing from Montreal that he's producing a lot for. So naturally, people are making the link. You think that's what we need, or it's better content marketing, being the socialite aspect also that can help them?
I don't want to put like just pressure on like K Tronada and make it seem like
I just gave him an example. Like
he's the savior, you know, because I feel like he does enough too. Because I see him do collabs with some people from here, you know. So I feel what would help a lot is the English and French coming together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like someone like Enema does a song with I don't know like yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there has to be that barrier that's solidified between the English and French first of all, because you know what I mean, like I'm from the West, I mess with the French artists, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's artists in the East who mess with artists from the West too, you know? So it's like all this success that a lot of these guys are having, like I feel like they have to close that gap between the English and French. Like it has to be done. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's something that kind of hurts us in a way, because it's like, how come that hasn't happened yet? How come there's not like, you know, like English and French, the two guys or whatever the case may be, like the known artists get together, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like the first time I really started listening to NMA was where he did that song with Easy S, bro. Yeah. He did that song. He did a song. I forgot what's it called again, bro. Like that shot was dope.
I don't know if
there was a video to it and everything too. Like I remember seeing that, and like it's cool because you know what I mean. It's two successful dudes from the East coming together on a track and stuff like that. It'd be cool to have that same vibe where the East and the West meets. You know what I'm saying? Like look at the States, you know, it's like, you know what I mean, like look at back in the days with like Snoop, and you know what I mean, Snoop started doing songs with he started messing with artists from New York and stuff like that to kind of kill that whole East versus West thing and stuff like that. Montreal needs that. That's my opinion though.
And I feel like Montreal could be the bridge between France and like the States.
Yeah, exactly.
On a un gros avantage ici, on parle français et anglais, c'est underrated, je trouve. C'est un gros man, c'est une grosse affaire ça.
Ok. Mais ce qui me fait poser la question, là, c'est faire le lien France, Montréal, États-Unis, c'est quoi le son de Montréal? Parce que là, on a des gars qui sont plus dans les classic term conscious rap, and then t'en as qui font plus des club banger, or like what we like to call some ratchet ass music or something.
I feel like Montreal has its own sound already. Like I feel like if you listen to a lot of artists, doesn't matter which area you're from in Montreal, they all have that raw feel to their sound. Like there's some rawness to it. I don't know how to explain it. There's some like there's some grittiness to it. I don't know if I'm using it. Yeah, you could hear it, bro. You could hear it, bro. You know, you could hear people's frustration in their music. Like I feel like that's kind of like carving into Montreal sound. Like to say like specifically like this is our. You know how like Toronto have like their own thing, but that developed over time. Yeah. But I feel like here in Montreal, like it's slowly growing into something, but like I feel like a part of it is that grittiness in people's sounds, bro. I don't know, like.
Mais actually, il y avait, à un moment donné, Keitra, High Classified, Jude, il y avait le Pew Pew.
Yeah.
Ça c'était.
C'est un mouvement.
Avec leur EP là, Massively Massive. Yo, j'ai tellement écouté ce EP là, je pense que ça fait comme 5-6 ans de ça. Là.
Okay.
Mais je l'écoute encore, puis pour de vrai, il y a un son à Montréal, je sais pas comment dire, mais c'est vraiment quelque chose, tu te dis, ok, yo, ça c'est High Classified, ça c'est Keitra, ça c'est Jude, ça c'est Dappy, tu sais, comme. Même, comment ils s'appellent les autres? Je les ai nommés tout à l'heure. Les gars de Saint-Léonard.
Saint-Léonard.
Yeah, comment ils s'appellent?
That Obies?
Non, Clan Giza.
Okay.
Ils ont leur son aussi, comme. Ils mélangent comme culture haïtienne et algérienne, je pense, arabe. Puis ça fait un son comme si que t'as pas entendu avant, mais qui est là.
Ok. C'est que dans le fond, notre son, c'est dans le fond le background de l'artiste. Parce que, you know, les artistes ici, on a des Haïtiens, des Algériens, so, il y a toujours, on a le son du background, puis on a aussi la personnalité and what they like. Parce que quand tu écoutes genre du HK, you know he loves Final Fantasy.
Tu l'entends vraiment.
You know he loves Final Fantasy, so il y a beaucoup qui jouent là-dedans, so I don't know. It's evolving faster now avec le streaming parce que je pense que on était dans. Qu'est-ce qui est malheureux, c'est que dans le temps de Dogmatic, on s'entend que c'était the traditional album sales, ou dans ce temps-là, c'était les gars avec leurs mixtapes that they recorded. So that is definitely affecting or.
For sure.
Surtout Mosaïen. Mosaïen, si ce serait comme dans le temps de streaming, je pense qu'ils auraient vraiment percé en France.
Okay.
Quand vraiment ils ont été. Parce que moi je trouve que c'est comme des pioneers de ici, là, genre. C'est vraiment comme Mosaïen dans le temps. Il y avait juste quoi? Il y avait juste Musique Plus, Musique Max.
Yeah.
Puis tu sais, c'est pas tout le monde qui écoutait ça. Je suis sûr que les gens du Ouest écoutaient pas Musique Plus et Musique Max, là. So,
not really.
Comme si ça serait aujourd'hui, là, je pense qu'ils auraient plus percé à cause du streaming, justement.
Streaming really changed the game on a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like, music is so accessible nowadays, you know, like because of streaming, and like I was tell artists, like, you know, like focus on the streams more than anything, because that's what really gets you out there, and to make sure, and that's a quick way for you to get paid too, you know, like I don't know, like Spotify, I think it's like $8 for every 1,500 streams you do, I think, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's a quick way to, like, you know, to get your music out there, get added to playlists, and like, that's how the game is right now. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that like, you know, like, it's common for me to go on, like, I'll go on YouTube and I'll see an artist, they only have like 1,000 views on their video, boom. But I'll go on their Spotify and they have like 1 million streams. You know what I mean? So what is that telling me exactly? You know, like it's kind of telling me that, like, okay, they're really doing their stuff really well to get their music out there, and like streaming is changing everything, man. Like
just the internet itself.
Yeah.
It's just recently that the East and the West really came together. Comme avant, moi, le West, c'est
un coin perdu.
C'est vraiment comme Twitter, j'ai vu comme il y a vraiment des gens du West, okay, I fuck with them, but c'est vraiment comme Internet a vraiment aidé tout ça.
Yo, for sure, bro, because I remember growing up, like, in the East, bro, I was just like, fuck, man, I can't go to the East, bro. Like, I heard all these stories. They're like, yo, bro, you're gonna get robbed, man. You're gonna know that you're not from there. Like, don't talk to girls there. They're gonna try to set you up.
Right.
Like, I used to hear all these crazy stories, and I was like, whatever. But as I got older and more mature,
Yeah,
I started realizing nah, we all like the same shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's just our language is different, but we all relate to the same thing. We're all influenced by pop culture. We all listen to the same music. There's really no difference, So it comes with maturity, I guess.
Maturity. All right. Well, it's the time of the day. We're gonna talk about the Montreal Artist of the Week. So, point here, we do a little dive on what they are doing, what they have coming up, and this week we have High Classifier. We already talked about him. I'm saying Montreal, but he's from Laval. Vive Laval. I actually grew up there too. So
Oh, really?
I remember seeing HK in the bus all the time. Right? So, so for you, HK, what do you think? Where is it going?
Well, je viens d'écouter le dernier single qu'il a release. Puis honestly, si, I don't know, man, s'il perce pas, man. Quand je sais que son Canvas va release bientôt.
Ouais, c'est le 27 avril, je pense.
J'ai confiance en lui, man. Je pense qu'il va percer, man.
Moi, j'ai écouté le single aussi, puis dès que j'ai entendu, j'ai dit, c'est ça que... That's the sound he needs to have.
Yeah.
Le beat est catchy, puis le gars qui a mis dessus est bon aussi. So, là, ça a une bonne synergie. Puis là, je sais pas à quel point il va avoir des features sur son album, mais je pense que juste de avoir le son et l'artiste ensemble, I think that's where he nailed it, and that's how I got excited about the project that he has coming up.
Me for HK, I haven't listened to the song yet. I listened to a little snippet. But overall for HK, what I could say is that he's a legend in his own way, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any person who's coming up in the scene and stuff like that cannot say that you cannot talk down about someone like that. You know what I'm saying? Placement, you know what I mean? It's authentic.
Yeah.
It's different. I love his visuals.
Yeah.
His music videos, all the music videos he put out, they're very creative, outside the box, production wise, he's up there, you know what I'm saying? So it's he's someone in the city that I feel is a pioneer, you know what I mean? And the guy's he's young, I think he's probably early 20s or some shit like that. So it's
24.
So that's pretty dope, you know what I mean? I only have nothing negative to say about him. I feel as a whole, people should champion for him. You know what I'm saying?
And what's also good is that he did Fool's Gold and A-Track, Montreal born also.
Yeah.
He used to work with Kanye, and now A-Track when it comes to DJing is amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't know which extent A-Track counsels with HK, but that's really good support to have. A-Track has done house music, he's done hip hop, so he's well-rounded, and then being able to have a young guy that he's helping out, which I find is very, very dope.
Yeah.
Moi, je sais juste le meilleur, man.
Juste le meilleur.
Il mérite pour
Ça, c'est la carte de souhait. Juste le meilleur. Yeah, and also, he's worked with Future. That was good, very good. So really dope track was Future Weekend.
Yeah.
Also, I've seen him in pictures with The Weeknd. I'm hoping something might happen with that. So that would be very, very dope also. But he's definitely something to look out for. And, he got that swagger too. He been doing that shit, and I love how he's pushing Laval and Montreal at the same time. Because I remember being at events and just on the mic, his crew screaming Laval Laurier. Just
Yeah, my perception of Laval, bro, it's so I used to be yo, what's in Laval, bro? Is that even isn't that considered a hood or something? That's what my ignorance to Laval is, bro. Because it's what's out there. There's no metro that goes there.
You see, every time somebody says that, I just like to remind them that you've had a crush on a girl from Laval.
Yo, my girl is from Laval, bro.
There you go.
My girls, but just to tell you, bro. Just to tell you.
Oh, man.
I fucking hate live. I don't know why I hate live. I just fucking hate it. I don't know why. It's about blood, man.
Oh, man. Stop hating on Laval, man.
So
Your girlfriend's gonna be full of Laval too. Just fuck you up.
So it's cool. It's cool. There's like artists who's bringing like attention to like places that I'm not even familiar with. You know what I'm saying? Like Saint Leonard, bro. Like I was like, what the hell is Saint Leonard? What's out there, bro? You know what I'm saying? And then seeing these artists just bring like light to Saint Leonard and be like, okay, yo, Saint Leonard goes in. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's what I like about Montreal too. It helps me discover places that I'm not too familiar with. Yeah. So when the artists like showcase that section of it, I'm like, oh, that's dope, man. Like, okay, I changed my mentality, man.
All right, I think it's time to wrap it up. So that was episode 1. We made it. I'm actually looking forward to some more episodes. We have guests that come through. Today we had PL and Miro, but obviously this is an open medium. Everybody can come through, make things happen. And, till next time.